Take me out to see that game with all the balls, or to the wrestling ring best out of three falls. Donnie and Randy talking wrestling and sports. We're talking the ball pit. It's the best, of course, 'cause it's the ball pit, the ball pit. Donnie and Randy, they freaking called it, 'cause it's the ball pit, the ball pit. There's no better podcast. They're all shit. Rob watches the Lions every Sunday night. Who even know which team Paul supposedly likes? Tex likes the Cowboys, it's his only shortfall. Jason McLean, just a fan of sports ball. 'Cause it's the ball pit, the ball pit. Donnie and Randy, they freaking called it. 'Cause it's the ball pit, the ball pit. There's no better podcast. They're all shit. With Randy Gilbert as our YouTube sports guy. Donnie Cho knows shit about sports, but he'll try. Donnie only knows wrestling and MMA. Together these two for the US of A.
Oh boy, and we are live, ladies and gentlemen.
You like how I do my immemorial there? I realized
it was very
earlier
classy.
today that today was the anniversary of John Denver's death, and as much as I do John Denver all the time, and I listen to John Denver all the time, was it
the anniversary of his death, or was it his birthday? I thought
no, it was the anniversary of his death. He died in a plane crash in October 12th, 1997. Main reason I remember that. Oh yeah, main reason I remember because I was in Bosnia.
I thought he died this year or something.
No.
Oh.
John Denver died in 1997.
In a plane crash?
Yeah, a plane crash. He was piloting a quote unquote experimental plane that he had just purchased, and pretty much rumor or what they're thinking is that he reached over because it's got two fuel tanks that you had to manually switch, and when he went to go change, he has to reach over kind of like that right there, and they're thinking that he might have actually put it accidentally into a dive when he did it, and with that kind of a plane pulling out of a steep dive is not going to happen.
So, I didn't know all that.
Yep. Hey, what's going on, Roger? Yeah, that's when I was in
sucks, man.
What was it? I guess when I was in let's see there. Roger, hey, he's over on the ball pit side.
Oh.
He's on the ball pit side. We got somebody on the ball pit side this time. Imagine that.
That's a surprise.
There's Nemo.
There's Nemo here.
I'm okay with that though.
So Mickey G is saying Kansas City 13, Lions 10.
Yep, as it stands right now.
Shucks.
Oh, you think
how did the
Rob is all over that crap right now?
How did Baltimore Ravens do today?
They got beat.
Did they get shellacked?
Well, no, I think they lost like 13-11 or some crud like that.
Damn.
Let me look real quick. Let me bring up my.
A lot of my coworkers are not going to be happy, but how are my Eagles?
They got beat on Thursday. What are you talking about?
Oh man, they got beat on Thursday. Fuck.
Yeah. So let's see what we got here. Complete scoreboard. We're going to run them down real quick, just so we got them out of the way. My beloved Cowboys, my hated Cowboys, which everyone got beat 30-27. Got beat by the Panthers of all people. Lions.
I'm sorry, Rod. I'm sorry about that, Randy.
No, you're not. Don't lie. You're giggling in the background. I can hear you.
I feel your pain.
Of course, you just saw the Chiefs and the Lions. Broncos beat the Jets 13-11. That's the one I'm thinking about. Colts beat the Cardinals 31-27. Chargers beat the Dolphins 29-27. Patriots winning again without Bill Belichick or freaking the GOAT, Tom Brady.
The GOAT of the GOATs.
The GOAT. 25-19 over the Saints, and Steelers beat up on the Browns 23-9. Seahawks beat the Jaguars 20-12. The Rams beat the Ravens 17-3. And Raiders beat the Titans 20-10. Packers beat the Bengals 27-18. And the Buccaneers beat the 49ers 30-29. Correction, 19. Sorry. And on Thursdays, when your beloved Eagles got whomped by the New York Giants 34-17.
Oh no.
And they pretty much
my beloved Eagles.
They were not prepared. Let's say it that way. They were not prepared. That kid that's running for the Giants right now, Cam Scatterboo, he was the running back for Arizona State last year. And quite frankly, he should have beat Texas in the quarterfinals of the quarterfinals during the college football playoff, because that boy had their number. He was just absolutely destroying him. He was to the point they had ridden him so hard at the end of that game. He had to go off after 2 plays. He had to go off and get oxygen to come back in. He had run that much during that game.
He was just running all over them.
Yep. So, yeah, he beat him up pretty bad. So that guy's going to be a beast. So that kid is going to be a beast in the league for sure. So that takes care of that. But as you can see, and I know I don't have Pops out there. Pops is not out there, and none of the people from Oklahoma are out there. But I'm going to be looking and pointing right here. Take that, you little, you know what? Because yesterday,
what happened yesterday, Randy?
My Longhorns took the Oklahoma University Sooners and fucked them.
What was the score?
23-6. I think
Ouch!
It ended up being.
Man, they
didn't
really
even
fucked
score
them up.
They did not even score a touchdown against us.
God damn!
They got
was a shellacking.
It was a great defensive game early on, and then Texas finally decided, hey, wait a second, we can actually move the ball when we get our heads out of our asses. And they did, and they started to look like the Texas of last year. So that was a good thing. As far as the rest of it, no big things other than Penn State losing again and getting their coach fired today. And tonight starts the baseball AL Championship Series is going right now. That's
them's fighting words, Randy. He says, but how many Longhorns players can read though?
Are you kidding? How many Oklahoma players can read? How many college football players can read? Period. A lot of them get their stuff taken by somebody else. So
yeah, usually a fellow classmate who looks somewhat like me.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Hey, go hire the Asian.
Yep.
Hey, how come you can't spell or you can't make a coherent sentence, but you aced trigonometry? Don't make a sense.
It's all about them numbers, baby.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
And I speak from personal experience because I was a fan of SMU way back in the 80s when they got the death penalty for all that crap. And so, yeah, guys, don't get caught cheating. Is all I got to tell you. So,
damn.
Well, Selena should be done, Mickey. I mean, Selena should have been done a while ago, I think, actually. I'll look real quick. Because I got 2 monitors and I can figure this stuff out a little bit. Yeah, she's already done. She only went 30 minutes, like 28 minutes. So that means Pops is hiding, is what it is. Pops is hiding.
He's wallowing in his shame. He's wallowing, like I would imagine when you were watching the game, you were looking at the faces of all those Oklahoma fans and just, what did you see, Randy, in that crowd, in those faces, those hopeful faces that came in with so much hope and optimism when the game started, but then as their team was just getting slowly just
worn down
over the course of like the length of a game.
Yeah.
You see that
Oh,
emotion,
she ran late,
Randy.
had issues with the stream. Okay. So that means
Oh,
Tex wasn't running her stream for her, I don't guess. So I have no earthly idea what happened. Nobody told me anything about it, so I leave it at that. But anyway,
yeah.
yeah, as far as that goes, it's I don't like to because these guys are kids still to me. Obviously, these kids that are trying to do something in college.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to belittle them or anything like that. But good
Yeah.
God, I love it when we stomp on somebody's neck and just take it away. You know what I mean? It's like that poor kid that's their quarterback, Mateer. He's everybody's like he's the best player in the country. He do it just like what they did to Manning, our quarterback at first year. He's the best player in the country right now. He's doing it. He got
Mm-hmm.
out there, and that poor boy got beat crud up. He got beat up. He threw interceptions. He made stupid decisions, and that was just the same things what Manning did in our first couple of games. So
Hmm.
it's what it is. We'll see what happens as the
It is what it
season
is.
goes up. As the season runs out, we'll see if it all comes back and either bites us in the ass or we actually do something with it. I can't guarantee you anything else out of that. I did notice though that Nemo's there. We got Roger. I don't see There's no Boondock. I ain't seen Boondock all weekend. I haven't seen
He's
Poncho
another
all weekend. Yeah, and
Oklahoman.
Poncho is too. I ain't seen either one of them all weekend. I don't know what's going
Yeah.
on with that. They kind of disappeared off the face of the earth. So I guess they wanted they can't take the lickings. They can't take the lickings.
They're too ashamed.
Yeah, you're scared. Absolutely scared.
Now, okay, Randy, let me ask you this question. Were
Okay.
you surprised by the result?
Actually, I was. Honestly,
Yeah.
I had a real bad feeling because Texas has not been playing good, especially on offense, and that I really thought it would kind of be close. I mean, a 10-point win or so for Oklahoma, but I really did think, and this is not the heart part. This is the head part. The betting side of it.
Mm-hmm.
Texas hadn't done anything to show that they could do it. You know what I mean? Their defense last week against Florida, their defense fell to crap real quick, like for whatever reason. They just couldn't make anything work. It may have just been a bad game, but the Texas defense has been good all year until that last game. This game now, they showed up and let everybody reminded them, hey, we are a top 10, top 5 defense in this country right now.
Hmm.
And they made sure that Oklahoma knew that. Like I
And
said,
boy,
I
did
don't
they
know.
ever.
I don't know the last time that Oklahoma was held to no touchdowns.
Hmm.
So, but yeah,
No touchdowns.
I actually figured that Oklahoma win by about 10 is what I was thinking originally. But as I watched the first half of the game, I was like, man, they still look like crap, but the defense is keeping them in it. Maybe we got a chance.
Mm-hmm.
And then 6-3 at halftime or some crap like that. But that was the last point.
Chupacabra got them.
Yeah, El Cucuy, come get him.
Yep.
But I thought it'd be a little bit different. But when it's 6-3 at halftime, and I'm sitting there thinking to myself, good Lord, they scored 20 unanswered points on a number 5 team in the country. And the defense didn't even let them get close. It seemed like.
Damn.
So that was a good one. Even though I sat there and watched the Dallas Cowboys defense on Pro Day today, do the exact opposite. They look like a freaking sieve. So anyway, what else we got to talk about?
Well, I mean, how bad were the Cowboys? I'm curious. Like, what was it that day? What's up?
Offense wasn't bad. I mean, George Pickens, one of the receivers had a hellacious day.
Mm-hmm.
Dak Prescott had another great day. But the defense, you could score 30 points a game. If your defense gives up 35, it don't make no difference,
So the defense was just ass.
Oh, the defense, the Cowboys been ass all year long.
Damn.
They just got to hope you make a stop every so often. If they make one stop, usually they might win the game. But this time, hell, they couldn't make a stop in the last part of the game. They literally just ran the ball out, got down, kicked a field goal in the last second to win the game.
And
it was like 4 minutes, all 4 minutes. That last drive was like 4 or 5 minutes. Game time minutes, that is. Actual off the clock. They held that ball for 4 or 5 minutes, marched it down the field, got within almost an extra point chip shot to win the game. So, yeah, no. But again, neither one of the defenses could hold either one of the offenses on that one. So, okay, so I'm done with that one. I don't want to talk about them no more. I hate them.
They bring you nothing but pain, Randy. Nothing but pain.
Yeah. Well, and this is the first one. I really don't watch them a whole lot anymore on the pros. I keep up with them and kind of pay attention a little bit, but I really don't sit down and watch. And this first one, of course, I was in the middle of cooking a shepherd's pie for dinner tonight. And,
ooh, I love shepherd's
pie. This afternoon, and I was sitting there as I was doing that. I was watching it as it was going. So I was like, dumbass here, dumbass there, dumbass there. You know, I mean, idiots here, idiot there. And Mickey, I think he's watching the Kansas City Detroit game right now.
Is that still going on? I thought that was,
oh yeah, that's a night game. That's a night game. It's 13-10 right now. Let me pull up
I was gonna ask like Paul or Rob to come on, but I'm like, oh, if it's Kansas City playing Detroit right now, they're both watching football.
Exactly, they are.
Yeah.
You know Rob is for sure.
Yeah. They're watching football.
Yeah. And they're on our little chat too, talking about it the whole way. It's halftime right now, 13-10, so it's still halftime.
Are they sitting there talking about it right now?
Oh yeah, on our chat. Yeah, they're going back and forth on it.
Yep, they're going nuts. And all the girls like Brandy and Krista and Natalie, Monica,
all losing their shit right now, probably.
Marilyn are just like, oh my God, the boys are just sitting there talking about football and my phone keeps dinging.
Put it on snooze. But anywho, so yeah, that's
it's just nonstop Paul and Rob right now.
Yeah.
Holy crap. Damn.
And heck, now that I think about it, there hadn't been a whole lot really going on this weekend as far as this goes anyway, as far as any sports, other than the next thing is the ALCS is starting tonight. I mean, you got the Toronto Blue Jays right now, and they're playing I'm going to go find the score real quick. Actually, Seattle's gone up. The last I looked, it was 1-0 in the top of the second. Now it's the bottom of the middle of the sixth, and Seattle's up 2-1 now. So Seattle Mariners. I wonder what happened with, now that I think about it. Let me get to the MLB, because I don't know if the NLCS has started yet or not. No, Brewers just won yesterday, so that means the NLCS will start tomorrow with the Brewers and the Dodgers. So that's the last 4 teams left. Seattle, Toronto, LA, and Milwaukee. Now, so we've got that out of the way. We had some good wrestling last week.
Yep.
All this last week. I mean, did you watch anything at all as far as Monday Night Raw? Which I kind of half-assed looked at it.
You're gonna have to fill me in, Randy, and to fill the people listening at home in.
Well,
all these non-wrestling fans, let them know. Tell them what's up with WWE right now.
Raw's a joke. I mean, it wasn't that good. It just they got too many people, in my opinion, trying to push stuff, and they had a mass round of layoffs this week too, or not layoffs, but
cuts.
Yeah, the releases and stuff.
Yeah,
but they were all developmental stuff. I mean, they were all stuff from like Evolve and from the LFG bunches and stuff. The only one that stood out was that Lance Anoa'i, however they want to pronounce the names now. He's one of the Bloodline guys. He's part of that family. He was released, but he's never actually done an actual match in a WWE ring. He's never been in a match or anything. I think he just did performance center stuff, but eventually I think he will. I mean, I don't know. It just seems like they've been kind of treading water so much lately, and I don't know why. It just seems like there's nothing really making me want to watch as much as it used to. Because at one point I'd just tune in just to watch Rhea Ripley kick some girl's ass.
Yeah.
And now she's kind of in this. They said this tag team / love triangle with the Kabuki Warriors and Io Sky. So I like watching her, and I like
Mm-hmm.
Tiffany Stratton's another one. I mean, it's like they've lost what momentum they built up for themselves. I don't know how else to put it. They get to the point nobody wants to care about them, but everybody wants to care about Rhea for sure. Especially every time her music hits, she gets the biggest pop of the night almost every time.
Yeah.
She could
She's the
come out.
biggest star there now. Like she's the most
Right
popular.
now I think so. Right now I
If
think
you
so. 'Cause
ask any random or like anyone who watches WWE, like anyone off the street, who's your favorite right now? Man, most of them are going to say Rhea.
I would think so, yeah. Because
Yeah.
she number one, she was doing great matches at one point. Of course, that Orbital Live thing with Liv Morgan and that.
Mm-hmm.
She came back and still was putting on great matches. Really, she's a great worker. She's got the power to make stuff believable. She's not sloppy with her stuff like Jade Cargill is.
Mm-hmm.
Jade Cargill, with her power, if she had any kind of real charisma / training and flow about the way she did stuff without all the botches and crap, like her and Nia Jax had botches all the dang time.
Yeah.
And if she could turn it, she could easily turn into a Rhea Ripley if they did it right. But they've got to train her more. She's not top tier at all. She's the Goldberg of the women. How's that?
Oh, that's a very apt.
Yeah. She got shoved into it as fast as possible. Actually, they took a long time really to get her to debut her. Remember, because they signed her, they had her signed for like 6 months and just never put her on TV. Same thing with Hikuleu, Talatanga, whoever you want to call him now.
Mm-hmm.
He was signed for 6 or 8 months before he finally debuted. Now, but it doesn't make a difference. I mean, because quite frankly, the minute Rhea Ripley's music hits, the place blows up.
Neo Veer says, "Sounds like we're into dark ages of wrestling." Are we into dark ages of wrestling, Randy?
I don't know if it's the dark ages yet, but what they're not doing very good storytelling. Let's put it that way. They're not making you want to kind of watch because of the storyline. Don't get me wrong. You watch the stuff in NXT. NXT stuff with TNA that they're going back and forth with right now is a better storyline than anything the WWE main roster has.
Why do you think that is?
Because
everyone was expecting better storylines when Triple H took over.
I don't know, because I don't know if he's actually writing the storylines. You know what I mean? He's the chief operating officer, whatever they want to call it.
Chief content officer.
Oh, is he content officer now?
That's what he's called, chief content officer.
I can tell you right now, and don't get me wrong, I love everything Triple H does, but I think they're probably slow playing a lot of stuff building toward the next WrestleMania, and I don't know what they're going to do for it. Quite frankly, I think the crowds are getting tired of Cody Rhodes being shoved down their throat. And the only reason I say that is because he is not getting the reaction from the people that he used to, for whatever reason. And there's nobody over on freaking SmackDown to put up against him that he hadn't already destroyed already. So, what do you do with somebody
on
like
paper?
that?
Like, if I was so Cody, right? He goes off. He starts AEW. He comes back. Huge pop all over the news. The guy who started AEW, right?
Yeah.
So he's got the look. You know, he's got the
list
public persona, right?
Yeah.
But he's still good on the mic.
Yeah, he's still good on the mic. Don't get me wrong. And he's passionate. Yeah. I agree.
So if I were one of the people, the decision makers or the bookers at WWE, I would look at the Cody situation, him having come back and been like, yeah, he's the perfect guy to take the belt off Roman Reigns.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, when he finally was the guy to do that, I was like, that makes sense. That's what I
and it was a hell of a bit. that main event and that one WrestleMania you're talking about right there, because they fought the year before too, and he lost. But that whole bit in that main event when he won it finally, between The Rock and everybody, all the shenanigans and the Undertaker coming back and everything else, and that entire bit, that was one of the best main events WrestleMania had in years. Not just because of the shenanigans and all the pops and stuff like that, but the work rate between him and Roman Reigns. They put on a show, okay? Same thing could be said for today, but I mean, we'll get to that in here in a minute. But as far as that would go, Cody Rhodes was the right person at the right time. Now, my only issue was when they brought John Cena back, tried to turn him heel and all that crap. Yeah, that's all fine and dandy. Got it. No big deal. I didn't like that they did it at WrestleMania, because what's the one thing that has never changed in almost all the WrestleManias that are out there? The heel never goes over at the end.
True.
I mean, it's almost always.
Almost always. Not always, right?
Yeah, I think the only one.
The
only heel I think that has won in the main event, I believe, when Stone Cold turned on The Rock that one year and aligned himself with Vince McMahon.
That was a heel ending.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But he turned on The Rock to win the belt.
That was such a dumb move. So they lost so many fans because of that.
Well, yeah. I mean, it was
so dumb. Even Stone Cold said, yeah, that shit was fucking dumb.
It was asinine. Yeah, it was not good. But so you got that one, and then you got, every other time, I can't think of a heel winning it. There will always be the heel that won it during the year, but not at WrestleMania. So, I mean, when John Cena did it, I was like, okay, I could see it. Number one, you shouldn't have had that dipshit rapper guy come out, because that just blew everything up from the get-go, because he just should never have been in there.
Yeah.
And after that, I mean, hell, they had a pretty good little match going,
Mm-hmm.
So I could see putting it on Cena. Don't get me wrong, but I think the heel turn part didn't need to happen. Actually, I lied, because it made it really believable at first when he first did the heel turn, and everybody wanted to see it then.
No, that heel turn was great. It's just the problem was the booking afterwards.
Yeah, they
didn't do shit.
Cody disappeared. So they didn't have anything. Usually there's a rematch at Backlash every year. Well, Cody just disappears for like 2 or 3 months, and I'm like, okay, so we got R-Truth coming in, which is always good. I mean, I don't care. He could be 50 years old, 55 years old, whatever the hell he is. That dude can still go in the ring when he needs to. Yeah. You know what I mean? And Cena needed that. I think that was the Saturday Night's Main Event that he did that one on. And he needed that to help establish himself more as a heel and get himself more as a heel. And then to do what they did with WrestlePalooza and have him and Brock Lesnar have that 8-minute bullshit match. Give me a break. I mean, Brock Lesnar's a beast. Gotcha. Understand. But you know what? You're trying to build this guy up for his final run. You just turned him freaking face again right before he lost the title, because you knew you were bringing Brock Lesnar back. That's the only reason you turned him face.
Just to please the Saudi crowd, I guess.
Yeah, I don't know. The hell, everything's geared toward the Saudi crowd now. Seems like. But anyway,
all the money. So do you think it just went too corporate? Do you think there were just too many corporate executives just telling Triple H what to do? And
I don't know if it's that. It's just that they're telling him, hey, we need to gross this much money out of it. We need to gross that much. Because I mean, there's several podcasts. I listen to Dutch Mantel all the time. I started listening a little bit more to Stevie Richards and a couple of others, and even well, I don't listen to Undertaker no more, because Undertaker became a corporate shill, so I don't listen to his shit no more. Well, you know that 6 Feet Under with Mark Calloway is no longer there.
Yeah, no, I heard about the whole drama with, and I was listening to 6 Feet Under quite a bit with.
Oh,
When he
I
was with
was
that
too. It was
dude.
great. It was
It was
great
great
show.
stuff. But yeah,
Yeah.
his wife took over, and it just got this weird
Well,
vibe to it.
let's think about how many shows has he done. I've literally watched 2 shows since it became 6 Feet Under with the Undertaker on the WWE platforms and shit. Right?
Yeah,
I've watched 2 shows. Could barely stand it, and the only reason I watched one was because Charlotte Flair, and she was like, I think she might have been drunk or something, but she was freaking hilarious when she started getting giggly and shit. It was funny as hell. And then I listened to a little bit of the Kurt Angle one because Kurt Angle is somebody I'll listen to just about every time.
yeah.
But the rest of them, I got no use or want to even see the shit. I still don't understand how they got Michelle McCool into the damn Hall of Fame, other than him dragging her. She's a 1 or 2-time Divas champion. She never amounted to shit other than Lay Cool, and Lay Cool is only there because of Layla, because Layla was the best part of that group.
Yeah, that vibe when you watch that show now with her there, it just feels gross, man.
Yeah,
it really does. Like you could tell, like she's just like,
well,
I don't know, she's pulling the wife card on him just to,
and he isn't going to sit there and have all these conversations with these people like he did with that other guy, because they're talking, road stories. In now she's there the entire time. He may not want to be putting a lot of stuff out in front of her, But either way, the dynamics change, the fun has changed, because when they were doing 6 Feet Under with Mark Calloway, they sit there and have a drink every so often, so it just kind of keep on rolling. And you talk about an hour to an hour and a half, and those guys that came in with them had no problem letting loose with all those road stories. But now that they're up there, he isn't going to get somebody like Midian and freaking the Henry O. Godwin. Hell, he even had Almost on there. He had Almost on there one time. Almost is a smart dude. He is smarter than crap. He knows how to play the game and try to work himself and get himself into shape and into being a decent wrestler versus just being this one hit wonder giant.
Yeah.
I think him and Obafemi. God, Obafemi, that dude is just unreal. If there's anybody, what they should do, and this is just hit me, Obafemi needs to go to SmackDown and take that sucker off of Cody and absolutely destroy him. Not just a little bit, destroy him.
You're that into him.
Well, I think he could. It's realistic. It's not realistic for Cody to have any kind of real chance against that guy. Cody can be all this tough guy, because what they've done, they've already, in their storytelling over the last several weeks / months, they've destroyed finishers. For somebody to win,
doing that.
But now for somebody to win, you've got Cody Rhodes hit Seth Rollins with a top rope, quote unquote, avalanche crossroads, right? From the top rope, got a 2 count. I'm like, you people have destroyed finishers. There's no sense in even having them anymore, because everybody's going to kick out of them now.
What's the most destroyed finisher in your opinion?
DDT.
Yeah, I knew you were going to say that, DDT. Mine would be the Canadian Destroyer.
That too, because now they do the Mexican Destroyer. When Petey Williams
the Canadian Destroyer is just a regular move now.
Yeah, I'm like, when Petey Williams used to whip that sucker out, it was like done.
It was like devastation.
And to watch it, you're just like, how did he not break his neck? How did he not do that? Cattle mutilation with freaking Bryan Danielson. Go back to the Ring of Honor days, and you'll see the cattle mutilation a lot. It's like, no wonder he's got a concussion, because the way he delivers it and stuff, but he's got bad concussions or whatever you want to call it. But yeah, there's some of these damn moves. The original DDT by Jake the Snake, when it hit, they're done. You know what I mean?
It was like that. It was like, don't get caught in it.
Period. And if you hit it, and it was one of those like the RKO now, hit it out of nowhere type thing. And that's the one that's been mostly destroyed to me. I mean, pile drivers are the same way. Quite frankly, if the pile driver with Mr. Wonderful Paul Orndorff was the best pile driver ever, because he didn't just, pull them up and then lay back with them, kind of drop down. He jumped up and went down with them. You know what I mean? And, but like Jerry's is just a sit down pile driver. That's it. Any of the others. And then, we got Kevin Owens doing the package pile driver. No, it don't work like that, guys. That's like y'all taking brain busters. Brain busters used to be the most devastating move in history as far as the damn territories went. It was quote unquote banned in many territories.
Yeah,
and because they just, I don't know. It just, they've destroyed them. Crossroads was never believable for me to start with, but I don't know. Spears, everybody does spears now. So here's one for you.
Question: is the heel versus babyface necessary nowadays? I'll let you start.
Well, I would say Nemo. It's for the younger crowd, yes. The older crowd, we see by it. We see past it, So we see the work rate more, and now it's gotten to the point face versus face is almost as fun as the heel versus heel. I mean, because you get the heel versus heel, who's going to be the babyface by the time it's done? Because almost always you're going to get one turn.
Yeah.
And then you've got all these heels that the crowd turned by force, like with Stone Cold back in the day, and like was starting with Killer Cross before his contract expired.
To answer Nemovir's question, I would say doing a face versus face program, that's not easy to do. You need to have the only way that works is if you have The Rock and Stone Cold. The two faces have to be so over, because otherwise, if you don't have that kind of dynamic where they're both equally as popular as one another, like a Hogan Ultimate Warrior or a Rock and Stone Cold, it's not going to work. It's just going to make the less popular face look bad. Yep. So my answer to that question is, one, it's really hard to pull off face versus face, right? Yep. It's really hard to pull off. The other thing is there's just too many advantages with the whole heel and baby face dynamic.
Yeah.
In terms of practicality, and especially the mid card.
And the merchandise. Honestly.
Yeah, and promoting the characters. So to answer the question, not 100% necessary, but doing the opposite is really hard to do.
Yeah. And you're right. He's also got another point down here. Stone Cold was more of an anti-hero. He became that anti-hero after the Bret Hart match.
Yeah, because but whenever he did that against a face, when he would beat up a face, because he would sometimes, but it just made that other face look like a schmuck.
Because most of the time they threw a schmuck out there for him to do it too.
Yeah.
I mean, think about it. I mean, poor old Mick Foley. I mean, Mick
even
Foley
the times when he would do a stun run like Kane or The Undertaker.
Yeah. Just out of spite.
Yeah.
Just out of spite. Because, like they said, don't trust anybody. He was called a rattlesnake for a reason. But yeah, you do not have the Attitude Era without him versus McMahon.
No.
Honestly. That established all of them. You know what I mean? And it's more like the wrestlers versus the power now versus anything more than anything else. It's not even heel versus
the authority figure angle.
Yeah.
Which, I mean,
they don't have very much more other than with Adam Pearce and Nick Aldis now. But
no, I think after the Attitude Era, with Ruthless Aggression, they killed that whole authority figure bit. They drove that into the ground.
And they're not doing it per se as bad as they were then. I mean, but they still got him. But Pierce. But here's the thing, though: anybody who was any kind of a wrestling fan at the time knows what Adam Pearce was and knows what Nick Aldis was. These are former world champions. These guys really are legit in the ring. If they got in the ring, they could go with these guys if they really wanted to. I think Adam Pearce wouldn't because he's got neck injuries now. But as far as Aldis, shit, it wasn't that long ago that Aldis was the damn TNA champion.
And the NWA champion, remember that?
Yep, he was the NWA champion, TNA champion, and he's got the build and the look to have been another William Regal, quite frankly. But hey, he's having kids with Mickey James. He ought to be all right.
Yeah, he's okay.
Oh, speaking of, we were talking about the way it's going now. Saturday or Friday night, SmackDown? Did you get to watch it at all?
No.
They had a last man standing match with Aleister Black and Damian Priest, going pretty good. And then they brought Selena Vega out to kind of protect Aleister Black, try to beg him off. A lot of people did not realize Aleister Black is married to Selena Vega.
Oh, so they're playing into the them being married angle?
Thing. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. They played into it, and as he's talked to him, you can sit there as she's talking to Aleister, and she's trying to block Damian Priest. Damian Priest, being the good guy he is, not going to do anything to her. She hands him something, and next thing you know, all of a sudden there's a fireball being thrown up by Aleister Black. Then he hits Black Mass and knocks him off the crates, through a table, through some equipment or whatever.
Oh, so they're being like a heel. They're going to be like a heel couple.
Sounds like it, which I can dig. I like Aleister Black. He's very bland when it comes to being on the mic, but as far as can go in the ring, he's one of the best going in the ring.
He's believable.
Yeah, he's got a believable Black Mass. The Black Mass, when he hits it, is amazing. If it's hit right and the person sells it right, it looks like he's taking your head clean off. You know,
I mean, it's really easy to do that too, with a move like that. For people who don't know, he like just basically does like a spin kick to the guy's head.
Yeah, spinning round kick.
Yeah, like a spinning round kick, but they just run right into it.
Yeah, and if he catches it just right now, you could tell when his ankle is not rigid and his foot is not, hitting. He's pulling the shot. You could tell it.
Well, he has to, yeah.
But yeah, but if you watch some of those guys that are selling it for him, my God, they make it look like they got hit with a daggum 2x4.
Yeah, they make it look like he's taking their heads off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
it looks brutal.
It looks brutal, yes.
Yeah.
And that's, I like what they're doing with it. I'm glad they got him with Damian Priest. Sooner or later, Damian Priest is going to have to get his stuff back on him. But, it's.
I think he has enough charisma to carry him through.
Oh, yeah. No doubt. I mean, I think they shortchanged Damian Priest on his world title run. So that's just me.
Neil says, I found bringing in the wife cringy. Yeah, it is.
I don't like
but Vega. The wife can work, though.
And she can work. I will say this. She can work, but I just never have liked Selena Vega. And that's just a personal issue or a personal preference. I don't like the way she works. Now, she did work.
I didn't like her with Andrade.
Julia.
I didn't like her with Andrade.
They didn't fit. And
plus, it was just, let's take the two Hispanic people, even though one's Puerto Rican,
throw them together. Yeah. Well, she did the same thing with Legado del Fantasma, I mean, with what's his name, Santos Escobar. When they threw that all together, they did the same thing with her on that.
Yeah, I mean, I would be more okay with it if she were Mexican, but she's Puerto Rican.
Yeah, I know.
And from what I know about like Puerto Ricans and Mexicans, they hate each other.
Do not make them. You do not call a Mexican a Puerto Rican. Do not call a Puerto Rican a Mexican. It will be an ugly day.
It's like whoever decided to put those two together was clearly just like out of touch with like.
Well, yeah, but that was a lot of the writers at that time.
Yeah.
Now that you got,
if I were one of those writers and someone says to me, "Hey, what if we put Selena Vega and Andrade together?" I would be the guy raising his hand and be like, "Wait a minute, but she's Puerto Rican. Andrade's Mexican."
Well, that's no different
than them together because they speak Spanish.
That's no different than them throwing freaking Carlito into the LWO.
Yeah, Mexican and Puerto, because both cultures or both peoples have a very steep tradition in pro wrestling. Mm-hmm. But it's a very different type of pro wrestling that the Puerto Ricans love versus the wrestling that Mexicans love. Like Puerto Ricans, they don't watch like lucha. Like if you watch like Puerto Rican pro wrestling, because they are really into it.
It's almost like
but a lot of
deathmatch.
that Puerto Rican stuff, it's a lot more similar to like just American pro wrestling
Or Japanese. I consider
Yeah.
them more along the Japanese style, really.
Yeah, Mexican wrestling is
They're
its own
stiff.
thing, like the luchadors and the
Oh, yeah.
masks. Yeah.
They're cool to watch. Don't get me wrong, but once again, me and my high spot bunch. I don't care for all the high spots, but when you're watching luchadors and that's all they do, and they do 20, 30 minutes in a match and doing nothing but that high flying stuff and the
Yeah.
jumps and stuff, I'm like, these guys are in phenomenal shape. First of all, I used to love watching Mil Mascaras when he come into Dallas back in the early '80s
hmm
because you just didn't see him all the time. So it was like an added, thing. Whereas now, I mean, luchadors are all over the place. They're a dime a dozen half the time, it seems like.
Yeah.
And what was that one? It was at Worlds Collide, I guess it was. Was it Worlds Collide? The
Worlds
AAA
Collide?
WWE thing.
Yeah.
Not the last one, but the one before that where they had the Battle Royal. Where Microman came out. The little
Yeah.
and that's not that's the smallest midget I've ever seen in my life, first of all.
Yeah.
Honestly.
That dude's
And
tiny.
I don't know if I was supposed to say the M word or not, but I said it. The smallest midget I've ever seen in
In
my
his
life.
case, it's okay.
Yeah.
I mean, this dude
But
was
him
like
going
a
up
thimble.
behind Almost and tapping Almost on the calf because he's only coming up, not even coming up to the knee. He taps him on the calf and Almost turns around and he's like looking all over the place. All of a sudden, finally looked down. That was one of the funniest parts of that entire show. And then, of
You
course,
could hear the whole arena like fucking popping at that.
oh, hell yeah. It was amazing. Yeah. It was great. And, when Almost reached down and grabbed him and picked him up and started walking towards the thing, they're like, oh my God, if he drops him from here, he's going to kill him.
Yeah.
But
everyone knew they had people there to catch him, though.
Well, yeah, but he actually pulled him down to here and then set him over. He didn't just chunk him from the top because he could have chunked him into the third row, honestly.
Oh man, he could have tossed that dude like a football.
Yeah, but
that would have been awesome to see, though.
It was an awesome sight. I like that they're doing with this, but I don't like that they put the AAA title on freaking Dominic Mysterio. I'm like, come on, guys.
No, but he can get heat. Dude. He can get heat.
I understand that, but I like the dude. I like his whole thing. He has built him a damn good character.
Mm-hmm.
But you just took essentially bought another promotion, and you just shit all over their entire damn roster and put a kid that's been in there for 3 years.
Actually, you know what? If you were the booker of that if you had to book that, like right after WWE buys AAA,
yeah,
my first thought would be I would have Dominic Mysterio win the title.
Oh, he did in the second one.
Yeah,
and he did
that's
in the
what I would
second
do.
one.
They did exactly what I would have done.
I don't care for Vikingo either.
What would you have done?
Who
would you have made the champion? Like their most over guy?
Yeah, I mean Vikingo was the quote unquote champion, I think, at that time. Because they had another championship, and I can't remember who it was, but that was like the old timer, damn it, Dr. Wagner, the son of Dr. Wagner, whatever it was. That guy was in it, and they had a hell of a match at Worlds Collide. Oh my God, they had a hell of a match. But what was this last one they did that with AAA? I can't remember the name of it now. It was it wasn't Worlds Collide. It was something else. Damn it. I'll remember here a few, but that's the one where Dominic won it. And they didn't have those other guys on there. It was a smaller card, it wasn't a big blowout. But Worlds Collide was a big thing, come on, you brought back freaking Finn Balor. Finn Balor started being relevant again. He came back and did the thing with that Mr. Iguana or whatever the hell it was, and the Psycho Clown. I mean, they did that whole thing, and I'm sitting there watching that match, and he pulls out the puppet demon, and I'm like, oh, this is going to be gold. This is going to be gold. And, he had them in the palm of his hand. So,
yeah,
they have a lot of stuff they can do with that. You know what I mean? The booking is unreal. I mean, much like what NXT is doing with TNA right now.
Yeah.
So, But anywho, yeah, it's an interesting time right now in wrestling, honestly, because we're at that phase where we're getting right before Survivor Series, and we really don't.
October.
Yeah, Survivor Series is going to be in November, and we don't see anything really kick in, and usually until Royal Rumble. So
they better start. Now would be a good time for them to start building the foundation for the next good.
They
hot
should have
angle.
started it back at the end of Daggum WrestleMania, but everything's been about the John Cena farewell tour.
Going, man. They need to get some buzz because after that John Cena heel turn, man, people have been losing interest.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, the fans are the ones that really turned him back face because they just wasn't accepting him. Honestly,
yeah,
they were not accepting him as a heel, and it got to the point there. I'm like, what happens if it doesn't work? I mean, now you're screwed, aren't you?
I think the best thing they did something else.
Yeah, they brought Brock back and had Brock squash him. I'm like, what the hell? This is WrestlePalooza. This is your first.
Brock was the in case of emergency break glass option.
I guess though, because quite frankly, I don't get that entire thing, honestly. But then again,
someone from high up demanded that they get a big star who's going to get a lot of draws.
But then again, WrestlePalooza was a shit show anyway. The best part of WrestlePalooza was Stephanie Vaquer winning the women's title.
And then there was that whole thing. Did you hear about like the one ESPN reporter who gave it a bad review, which is kind of a conflict of interest? He
was right. It was crap. I cannot think of anything on that.
And he wanted to like it too.
Oh yeah.
That was the other thing. He wanted to like it.
Yep, 100%. But you know what? Ain't shit you can do about it if it ain't no good.
Yeah.
Once again, you had 4 hours. 3 or 4 hours is what they ended up running. 5 matches. 5 matches in 3.5 or so hours.
And was there any build to any of these matches, Randy?
Just to the Stephanie Vaquer one, barely, and to the Brock Lesnar John Cena one. Because hell, let's see. I'll even read them for you real quick. Let's see here. All right. Let's see what this thing says the actual results were real quick. Let's see. Come on, give me the list. All right, where are we at? Yeah, okay, so Cody Rhodes defended the undisputed title against Drew McIntyre. Remember that?
Movier says nothing worse than being a disappointed fan.
No kidding. And you know how much money those fans at ringside paid for that crap?
That indeed, man.
Oh, I'm sorry. It had the AJ Lee's return with CM Punk against Becky Lynch and Seth Rollins.
Was that at WrestlePalooza or was that like
that was leading afterwards? That
was at WrestlePalooza?
She came back before, but this was her first actual match.
How was the match, by the way? How did she look?
She looked good. I mean, she there was a couple of spots where you remember the old what was it, the spider? What the hell was her maneuver? Golly. I want to say the I'll tell you in a minute. Black Widow. Yeah, the Black Widow. Where she gets that little kind of abdominal stretch / like a ring of Saturn type thing.
Okay.
That she puts on people, and she got Lynch to tap out to it. Stephanie Vaquer beat Io Sky once again. Stephanie Vaquer has never been one to come off top rope, but she did this corkscrew damn moonsault that I was like, whoa. If she'd have missed that, she'd have killed Io. And I love me some Io Shirai, because you say her name and people are like, "What is Io Sky? Io Shirai?" Okay, and what was her sister's name? Do you remember?
Mio Shirai.
Mio, yeah.
Now,
didn't they tag team at one time together too?
They formed a faction with Asuka.
Okay,
the 3 of them.
Okay. Now, because I can tell you right now, if they could get Mio to come in with Asuka,
Mio's retired. I think from what I've heard, she was the older sister,
Okay.
So she was the one that was kind of like teaching Io because
Oh,
Io was
God.
really young.
Yeah.
But since then, like because Mio and Asuka, who was Kana at the time, were kind of the same generation, the
Gotcha.
same like.
Gotcha. Okay.
So Asuka and Io go on to WWE. I think Mio winds up actually just living a quiet life. Like she gets married and has
Oh,
kids.
got
And,
just retired and settled down then.
yeah, she just settled down.
Well, hey, uh,
You
that
know, it
I,
happens, man.
I see. You know what I see when I see Asuka and Kyrie right now, right? I'm thinking Queen of the Villains, uh,
Yeah,
dumping freaking Bull Nakano.
yeah.
Oh, can you see that happening with those two? Because Asuka's the perfect dump right now.
Hmm.
She's calling all the shots, and everything.
Asuka's the best, man. She's the best.
Yeah.
Of
As
all the
far as
women wrestlers, I think she's the best in the world.
she's the most legit, that's for sure. I mean,
Well, I actually do think she's the best because if you think of her body of work and how long
oh
she's been
yeah,
doing it,
no
at the
kidding, and
level she's been doing it,
as much injuries as she had to still come back and do like
and
she
think
did
of
the
all
other
the
day.
weird, random, different types of matches she's done in all these
Mm-hmm.
weird, different locations.
I'm,
She's done like bingo halls in like the middle of America.
yeah,
She'll do these like random ass locations in the Japanese
you just show up,
countryside.
just
She
show
just
up.
shows the fuck up, and then bam, she's been like killing it in the WWE and NXT
Yeah,
for
yeah,
how long at this high level?
yeah. As many
Yeah.
knee and hip and injuries that
You know,
she's had to
she's like
deal with.
rich, and she's one of those people that when you see her driving around those nice cars and, being rich, you're like, you know what, lady? You've earned every
You
penny of
damn right.
that.
You damn right on that.
Yeah.
That girl, God, I'm gonna tell you, any match that she does, I love because there's
Yeah.
rarely ever a botch. If there's a botch, it's because the other person is not paying attention to what the hell's going on.
Well, she's kind of what you want to be in terms of just a performer. Because I
Yeah,
think of like this one principle when I go on these shows, kind of like how I think about Asuka, is that when you show up to a match, just
yeah,
make the match better.
yeah.
That's it. That's it. Her being there always makes the match better. Never worse. Always
Okay,
better. Right? That's how that's like the thing I tell myself when I go on these shows. Like,
yeah.
I don't have anything to prove. I'm not
No,
trying to like just take up the whole show and talk the whole time.
no.
I just want to make sure that my being on whatever show just makes
Makes
the
it
show
better.
better. That's
Exactly.
it.
And it ain't from your face. You got to be able to talk because your face ain't doing anything to help it.
No, you gotta but you can't just like act like you're the star of the show because Randy, and I know there are
I,
people who don't
I do it
get
all the
that,
time.
and they
Yeah.
just have to like talk the whole time, even though they've
Mm-hmm.
got like a guest they invited on, but then they're doing all the talking.
Yep.
And
We've
you're
seen it
like, you
before.
should be shutting the fuck up now. You got a guest.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like today
Yeah.
or yesterday was the uh, crown jewel. First match was Roman Reigns and Braun, not Braun Breaker, the Bronson Reed.
Yeah.
Okay, they're teasing more crap going on with the Usos and him. So that was a throwaway to me. I knew Bronson Reed should get the win, and he did. So, but right behind that, you got Stephanie Vaquera and Tiffany Stratton put on a barn burner. They were great. I mean, I would give it a 3.5 to 4 stars out of 5. Right behind that, you got Cena and AJ Styles.
Yeah.
And these guys put on a match of the year candidate. And they did,
Mm.
they literally went back and forth using old adversaries' moves. John Cena used an RKO, he used Tombstone, he used the stunner. What else? There were several, but they
That
went.
must have been fun to watch.
Oh, it was a blast. I mean, just what
Yeah.
and Styles did the same thing because they knew this was going to be the last time. Because at the end of the year, Cena's gone, and next year AJ Styles is gone. I think AJ Styles is fully retiring too.
Oh, is he? I didn't know that.
That's what I heard.
Hmm.
But Cena caught him off guard. Cena wrote up a thing for the announcer to read as far as his accolade or his AJ Styles and stuff. Cena wrote it up, and you'd have thought AJ was about to cry from the stuff that Cena wrote for him, telling him he was the heart and soul of TNA. He was what TNA made of it. He was the head of the ace of the Bullet Club.
Club. Yeah, I saw
Yep.
that bit.
Yep. And, I mean, it literally, you could just see if AJ Styles had not been in there giggling or trying to laugh it off, he probably was broke down and cried because they were, and they did not hold back. They went after each other the whole way. It was a freaking great match. They tore the house down, got done, and guess who had to come behind them?
Who?
Rhea Ripley, Io Sky, and the Kabuki Warriors, Asuka and Kairi Sane. Everybody's like, oh, crap, they got the rough draw on this one. Damn if they didn't come out and try to take it away. They're like, one guy said on one of the shows, or what they said, that was the equivalent of freaking Asuka and the girls looking at John Cena and AJ Styles said, here, hold my beer. And they tore the house down. I watched that entire match, and it was good from start to finish.
Damn, I need to go back and watch that. I need to go back.
Yeah, it was great, and of course, the Cody Rhodes, Seth Rollins, it went the way I figured it was going to go to start with. But like I said, they destroyed any hope of anybody ever using a finisher again. Do a Rusev, lock their asses in the daggum accolade, and hold it there. By God, let them do something then.
I think every wrestler should have a submission move as their secondary finisher.
Oh, 100%. 100%. I didn't like John Cena getting the STF, but hey, it works.
Yeah, you need that in your repertoire.
Oh, yeah. 100%.
Yeah.
That's the thing about Ric Flair. Ric Flair didn't really have a finishing move. He just had the figure four. That was it.
And people would always be getting out of it.
A lot of times, but there were times when
a lot of times. Basically, the way he would set it up is, I think he would just do figure fours on the mid carders and the jobbers.
Yeah, and make him tap.
Yep. Right.
And the rest of them would turn it.
And then he goes up against someone who's actually good. And oh shit, the drama. This guy knows that all you got to do is turn it over. And now Ric Flair's screaming. And that, how many times has he done that bit in a match, though? It's like every other fucking match.
And every time, what happens? The crowd eats that shit up. For whatever reason, the crowd eats that shit up. And they don't have that anymore. They don't have anybody that can do that anymore. Please, God, don't even listen to this, Ric Flair. Please do not listen to this. Think I want you to come back, okay? God almighty, don't come back.
What was your favorite submission hold finisher?
Of course, I grew up with the Iron Claw, but that's obviously, a kayfabe type thing. I like the calf crusher, but nobody uses it to actually finish anymore. But that's a cool looking move, it really is. As far as true submission, sharpshooter actually hurts. Figure four actually hurts if you get somebody that knows how to put it on you and knows how to do it right. Oh, Nemo, he flopped a bunch. I can't count how many times the player flopped.
Yeah,
dang, as far as an actual
he does that every match now.
I'm trying to think now. As far as an actual submission, STF was a beast when it was first when I first saw it when it was in Japan. Masahiro Chono was the one that originally I think was doing it, and watching him apply it versus watching Cena apply it's like watching, I don't know, a symphony orchestra versus a Pitbull band or something like that. It's two different things, but when Masa put it on, it looked like it was going to rip somebody's daggum leg out of socket, and hips. Outside of that, I mean, I don't know. Arm bars used to be a big thing, and we know a code red. I don't know if it's code red, the code red with the arm, what they used to call a code red. It isn't a code red anymore, but the arm bar, that used to be a big one because, quite frankly, that's a legit move that could actually put somebody out. But as far as an actual submission move,
I'll tell you what mine is.
Hmm.
It's an obscure one. It's not a famous one, but when I saw it done on TV as a kid, I was like, "Holy shit, that's like a double submission move." The Texas Cloverleaf. Dean Malenko used to do it.
Yeah, but that's basically the same thing as a sharpshooter, though, without
No,
the leg.
because what you do with the Texas Cloverleaf is you make their legs into a figure four.
Yeah.
So you force them into the figure four, and then you put them into Boston Crab. So they're getting like two submissions at once.
I understand what you're saying.
Sharpshooter is different. Sharpshooter, they just make the other guy's legs into an X, and then he just tucks it under one.
If you look at it close, when it first started with the sharpshooter with him, because it kind of went a little bit different when Sting started doing it as the Scorpion Deathlock, because they're the same maneuver. When they put their legs through
Scorpion
and
Deathlock,
they fold it over. When he folds it over, it's still a figure four. Basically, they put it in and lock their other leg in behind the knee, and then they step over with their leg in between there. Whereas on the Texas Cloverleaf, they're doing the same thing with their legs, but they're using their arms to get through there. So with Dean Malenko, it worked great because of the guys he was fighting against. They were small enough he could manhandle them like that. If he tried to do that with a bigger guy, he couldn't get away with it. The ones that could do it, because Sheamus does that to this day. He does a version of the Cloverleaf too. Dory Funk Jr. was the one that masterminded that way back in the 60s and early 70s. It was the same thing like you talk about. He put his arms through, and then he cranked back. Sometimes he'd put a knee in the back when he was doing it, and other times he would just sit on top of him type thing. But yeah, that one, no, that would hurt. That hurts too, just thinking about it. But you got to be able to manhandle him to do that.
You know what I think? Okay, another favorite submission.
People's elbow.
I wouldn't say it's a finisher, but like my favorite submission to see in a pro wrestling match nowadays, flying armbar. When done right,
used to do.
When done right, it looks so cool. So cool. The coolest flying arm, like Kushida's flying arm bars, would come out of nowhere, man. Kind of like an RKO. I remember I saw one.
Look, because I can remember.
I saw one at this NXT match. It was the most ridiculous goddamn thing I'd ever seen. The guy was like trying to like get him. Like the guy was on the top turnbuckle. Right. He was going to do like a missile drop kick or something, and fucking Kushida just flies out from the side like in the air, catches him in an armbar, and they both land. And I'm like, holy shit, right?
Wow.
Hard to pull off. Now, the other best armbar I've ever seen was back when Asuka was doing NXT. I forgot what the name of the girl that she was up against. I think she was that girl that got fired for shoplifting. I forgot what her name was.
No, I have no idea.
It was a bullshit charge. It's a long story. Anyway, so this girl like straight up goes to slap Asuka in the face, just like a bitch slap, like at the beginning of the match. She's like, "Fuck you, bitch." She goes, and then bam, she just like as the slap is like on its way to her, she just flips upside down and catches her in like this really fast flying armbar. You're like, shit. God damn.
Yeah.
God damn. That came out of nowhere.
The ones I used to like watching, and this back in the old days, George Animal Steel used to do the flying hammerlock, where he'd put them in a hammerlock and then pick them up by the hammerlock, and carry them around like that. And I'm like, man, you could rip a shoulder out real quick on that sucker if you ain't careful. I never liked the chicken wing. or the cross-faced chicken wing, because I know Bob Backlund is a renowned wrestler and such, but it didn't look real. It did not look real at all. So, yeah, I'm with you. I mean, I guess Anaconda Vice, now would be the one that I would have to say I like, but it doesn't win anything, because when CM Punk puts it on, the dudes, whoever's in it, is going to be in pain, but it never wins anything anymore.
I'm trying to think of what other moves I like.
Here, let me see real quick if I can find something here.
I like all the leg lock ones. Actually, now that I think about it, I seem to favor the leg locks.
Have you ever seen the actual cattle mutilation?
I think so.
Seeing if I can find one real quick.
Looking it up. Actually, you know who had, but objectively speaking, you know who had the best submission finisher from a technical standpoint? Kurt Angle's.
The ankle lock?
Yeah, the ankle lock. Not to say that it was my favorite to watch. No.
No.
What I mean is, number one, it's simple. It's real simple, right? And there's always drama associated with it in every match. Because he gets the person to ankle lock, and you're like, oh my God, what the fuck is Undertaker going to do? His leg's going to be all fucked up all match. And you believe that shit.
Oh, yeah. Because they sell for him.
It's easy to sell for.
Yep.
It's not that much. It doesn't take that much effort for the person applying it or the person receiving it.
Yeah.
Right. It's like the easiest move to do. And you believe it because you would believe the Olympic wrestler grabbing your ankle like that, and just letting him do whatever he wants.
Tear you up. Yeah.
He's going to tear
rip
you
your
up.
Ankle off. Yeah.
That's why I think objectively it's the best move.
Yeah.
Not to say that's my personal favorite, but I think it's objectively like just one of the.
Well,
you gotta think about like ease of use as well. Like, okay, you know who had a real bad finisher? I would say it is an objectively bad finisher.
Yeah.
Hulk Hogan's.
Oh, the leg drop?
Because he's taking damage every time he's doing that. Like bad damage. Like he's landing on his back.
Which is probably part of what helped kill him, honestly.
Yeah, that's
the surgeries and stuff.
Like the idea of a finisher, it should be fairly easy to do, because not easy in the sense that it like not impressive or anything. But if you think about it, you're going to be doing it every match at the end, and you're going to be tired. It's got to be something fairly easy to do.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. But once again, I mean, I used to sit there and watch Bobby Eaton come off the top rope with the Alabama Jam. Okay. Mm-hmm. It's a wonder that dude did not destroy every bone in his body. Because you come off the top rope with a leg drop, okay, flat down onto the mat, you know.
Yeah.
That was just like, I watch it and I was like, okay, if he messes up in any way, shape, or form, you're gonna hurt the guy down there. The guy needs to be in the right position. But Bobby Eaton was really that good with it. The one I had the issue with was the Alabama Slam, which now Tiffany Stratton is using, but Bob Holly used it originally. And when he did the Alabama Slam, he was not
Bob Holly's Alabama Slam.
He was not light with that. That was one of the stiffest workers I think that ever was out there. Yeah. Outside of freaking Vader, of course. I mean, because there's another one, the Vader bomb. I mean, you better be ready, because this dude is not going to take it easy on you, you know?
Yeah.
But anywho.
But those guys don't have longevity.
No.
The people with longevity are the ones who's like I mentioned earlier, their finishers aren't so bad.
Like Miz.
For another example, Shawn Michaels.
Yep. Sweet chin.
His you know, he had to bow out for a bit because of injuries, and he did get a lot of injuries. It wasn't because of his finisher. His finisher was mad simple. It was a super kick. It was like one of the easiest moves for a wrestler to pull off.
100%. I mean, that's I can understand what happened to his backs and stuff was due to him, number one, putting his body on the line, and people messing up when they were supposed to be protecting him.
Yeah.
So, I mean, and him being a straight out ass and getting beat up by 5 Marines doesn't help either.
Well,
but hey, you feel froggy, you just go ahead and jump is all I got to say on that one.
And you like The Rock, for example, right? You never heard too much about The Rock getting injured in wrestling as much as some other wrestlers.
Yeah.
Like Stone Cold is getting injured all the time, right? You never hear too many injury stories about The Rock. Occasionally you'll hear like a torn tricep story, but that's it.
Yeah, but, I mean, that'd be it. Yeah.
But if you think about it, his finishers don't take that much at all.
No, rock bottom
and the
people's elbow.
And the people's elbow.
That's it.
And he actually, you know what? It's actually not as often that he pulls off the people's elbow. You don't usually. People's elbow usually comes out like when he's absolutely destroyed the guy.
Yeah.
But in a lot of like his big matches, he wouldn't even get the chance to pull it off because it was always so close, right? Rock bottom is always there, but even the rock bottom is a fairly easy
it's just
move to pull off. Yeah,
that's all it is. You're Uranagi. So
it's like an easier version of a choke slam, one of the most common moves.
I mean, even Booker T was using that at one time. That's why Booker T lasted so long. But Booker T was more of a impact style wrestler than what The Rock was. I mean, you got to think about where Booker T and Stevie Ray came up. You know, in the GCW and then WCW, he came up a different way than what The Rock did. You know, The Rock did pay his dues. I'll give him that. The Rock did pay his dues. He had to wrestle Memphis. He had to do that BS stuff down there and everything. But Booker T,
you never hear about The Rock getting injured like the other guys.
Not really.
Because if you think about his moveset and like what he would do, first of all, he's not taking dives.
No.
He's not doing like crazy off the top turn. He's basically just doing strikes.
Yep.
Off the rope stuff.
He does some grappling, but he ain't flying through the rope.
But he's just doing strikes.
He ain't flying through the ropes or over the ropes or off the top turnbuckle at all.
No.
I think, come to think of it, I don't think I've ever seen him do anything off turnbuckles other than the second turnbuckle.
But everyone thinks he's so athletic or so agile because he does kip ups.
Well, I mean, he also
that's the most acrobatic shit he does. He does kip ups. He's got a good kip up though. He does have a good kip up.
And he knows when to do it too.
Yeah.
I mean, it's I'm with you on that. I mean, The Miz is the same way now. The Miz never has done anything that would cause major bodily harm. And that's why I remember the big flare up between him and Bryan Danielson. But Bryan Danielson was a balls to the wall wrestler. I mean, he was going 90 miles an hour the entire way, all the time. And, you know, the Miz, for what it is, I mean, they were right. They're two totally different style wrestlers. Miz is an entertainer.
Yeah.
That's all there is to it. So.
You don't see Miz like doing like some crazy shit in Japan.
No.
Although that would be cool to see him there. I think he could do it. I think he could adapt.
I don't think he'd even try now. I mean, because between WWE stuff and he's more of an brand ambassador now than he is an actual wrestler. Even though he just turned on Carmelo Hayes, so but him and his wife doing that reality show is absolutely freaking hilarious. If you ever get a chance to watch any of it,
I've never seen that.
I watched the first season.
Good, man. He's another guy who's earned his spot.
Oh yeah, he really did.
I got
nothing. In fact, they did a tribute to the troops there at Fort Hood when I right before I retired. They did a tribute to the troops, and of course, they come on for what they do. They come get details from all the companies. Hey, you're going to go. We went out and we did the actual setup of the ring and all that stuff. We did stuff the Teamsters and their roadies normally would do. We got soldiers out there doing it for them, you know. So we're sitting there, and you know, Big Show comes out. Of course, they're a lot of the wrestlers come out and BS with us while we were out there in the first place. I had this corporal guy sitting there, and at the time Miz was in his first championship run, and he comes out and he's wearing that "I'm awesome, you're not" shirt.
Yeah, and
the guy's like that shirt. That's a cool shirt. Guy's like, he didn't know who he was to save him because he never watched wrestling. Like, you know, who are you again? He's like, really? And I mean, did full blown into really? I'm like, and I'm laughing. He looks over me and I'm laughing my ass off. He's like, he looks at me and goes, really? I said, I can't help you. I don't know. I got to meet a bunch of them, especially, you know,
that's
like,
cool,
you know,
man.
At the different places where they would come through. When they go out to El Paso, we had courtesy patrols there at the airport. So when they fly into the airport and stuff, you see them. I saw the Undertaker come through. I saw Brock Lesnar come through. Their Undertaker was it. When they say Undertaker stayed in character all the time, they meant it. You just didn't talk. You just knew not to go up and talk to him. But Brock Lesnar was a heel at the time, and he came through and he acted the heel. But you knew it was him still staying kayfabe. At least us at the airport did. But Kurt Angle, I'm going to tell you what now. That dude, he come through. We could have talked for 30, 40 minutes with that guy. he would have kept on BSing with us all the way through. He was just the nicest guy ever, you know. Bret Hart was nice. Stone Cold was a dick. Ric Flair was, if he wasn't drunk, he was okay. If he was drunk, he was an obnoxious bitch. I never got the chance to meet Macho Man. I know that. But when I saw Stone Cold cuss out a kid that he was on the phone, a little kid, he could have been 8, 9 years old, came up, asked real quick for an autograph or whatever. Can't you see him on the phone? And shoot the kid away. I'm like, you motherfucker. Don't you realize that kid's what's paying your damn salary? So
this is when he was like in his prime, or was this like fairly
recently? It was probably 99, 2000 time frame.
Okay.
Maybe
I listened a lot to his first podcast when podcasting first came out.
Yeah, the old broken.
I listened to all of them.
Yeah,
you could tell he's a changed man because he's also very like, you could tell he recognizes that about himself, and he was like, a lot of times in the podcast, he was like, man, I was such an asshole back then.
Yeah, but all of them were because they were trying to claw.
He's a lot more. He's very self-aware.
Yeah, which is cool. I mean, but at that time he was a dick, almost as bad as the Ultimate Warrior was to that kid. So
yeah,
there's one from Nemo. Nemo, I can't tell you for sure, honestly, because I
don't know if it's on par, but I hear it's pretty good or a lot better than it used to be.
Yeah, they got a great The wrestlers got to have a great medical team because there's no telling what happens if they don't. Somebody really get hurt and really get hurt bad.
Yeah, and plus they have enough money to afford that too. So
yeah, I would say it's at least on par. I mean, so they're prepped if anything really happens.
Because it's in their business interest to keep these people healthy. So
100%.
They're taken care of. They're very taken care of.
One doctor makes a wrong thing on CM Punk, and he's actually got a MRSA pocket. So literally he had a lump on his back. The guy's like, oh, it's just a fatty deposit. And he goes to gets it checked by somebody else, and it turns out it's a staph infection that was misdiagnosed.
Yikes! That's how people die. So
exactly. So, and I could understand why CM Punk would have a case of the ass with the WWE for 10 years.
That's not WWE's fault. It's the doctor's fault, though.
Well, they're the ones that employed him.
Yeah. I mean, you can't.
All right. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. No, I'll tell you what now. For the gruffest voice and the most mean-looking person, I hear nothing but great things about Harley Race, about how he was with fans especially. He was just great with them and stuff. But not so much with some of the wrestlers because...
he was a dick to the other wrestlers. And maybe that's why. Maybe that's why.
It depended on the wrestler.
Well, a lot of them were intimidated by him.
Yeah. And, in fact, Dutch Mantell told a story on his podcast about it. He was wrestling Harley in a, I forget where it was at now. He said they were in a off the wall. It wasn't televised or anything, but it was he wasn't supposed to go over. Harley was. And Harley was pissed off at the promoter, and Harley had him go over him and take the title off of him. They said, of course, the promoter and all the higher ups in the NWA at the time were all the other promoters, they were having a shit fit, and they told, "Oh, that didn't happen. Give it back to him. Give it back to him now." I'm like, that is funny as hell, because that's the kind of shit that Harley would pull, like Bruiser Brody. If you didn't do business right with him, he was going to make sure you knew it. And golly, that was a legit tough guy there. Not just a little bit.
Yeah, he was on everyone's list.
When everybody
not quite like Haku, but he was.
No, that's the whole. We could do a whole show on the stuff with Haku.
Yeah, that's its own show.
But you know what? I got a video the other day of him at a what you call it, wrestling convention or whatever, and he was walking in and seeing some of the old guys and stuff like that, and meeting a couple of fans. Haku, nicest guy you'd ever want to meet, the way I understand it.
Yeah.
But they said he was just shaking hands and hugging all the people that were there, saying hi and everything, and the caption down below it says, "And this is the toughest man in wrestling history."
Yeah, and he's also been known to like literally rip people's teeth out, just like grabbing them inside their jaw.
Yeah,
and ripping teeth out.
Bit somebody's nose off from
bit someone's nose off.
Yeah, and it's not like he was trying to be, mean about it. People keep pushing the wrong. Hey guys, let me explain something to you. These guys are legit. If they really want to be tough with you, they can. You don't screw with them.
Yeah.
Just don't do it. God. There's a video out there too. I'll see if I'll find it. I'll send it to you if I can find the link for it. But Tama Tonga is, Haku's son, adopted son, or whatever it is. Tama Tonga, Tongaloa, and Hikuleu / Talatonga, whatever. They're all adopted sons of Haku.
Yeah.
And Tama Tonga was still in, where was he? I want to say he was still in New Japan at the time with the Bullet Club bunch and everything.
Mm-hmm.
I want to say he was in New Japan, and they were doing a press meet and greet type thing. And these idiots out of England were trying to pick a fight with them, with Tama Tonga and Haku. Okay. They were just trying to see if they get a rise out of them with stupid questions and crap like that. Then they asked something wrong, and Haku started to walk toward them, and they beat feet out of there and got in their car and flew out of there as fast as they could. And all you saw was Haku and Tama Tonga right on their ass, daring them to come back. That's two guys you don't want on your ass coming to get you, okay? That is not fun. It's not going to be a good day. Yikes. 10 years since Roddy Piper passed away.
At least they were smart enough to leave, Randy. At least they were smart enough to leave.
And they put it up on their damn YouTube channel, and I'm like, are you stupid? They know where you're at now. But I tell you
Maybe
what,
the whole thing was a work, though. Maybe they were working in collusion.
What I saw of Haku and that one, I don't think so. Because the original video that I saw was not taken by those guys. It was taken by somebody else who gave it to those guys later. And those guys were like their own little wannabe wrestling federation, the way I understood it. And no,
you would think they would have more respect for them then.
You would have thought.
Yeah, you would have thunk.
Yeah. God. Nope. Okay. I'm going to quit talking now because you be going on this stuff and I talk forever. So, and it's 11 o'clock your time.
Yeah, and I'm ready to go back to Baldur's Gate 3 now.
Oh, you're playing Baldur's Dash again? I mean, Baldur's Gate
3. Yep. So
that's why you saw me on the what do you call it, on Truth or Tinfoil, put that thing up. That is literally that picture of the Halo the
Pelican.
The Pelican. That picture is literally floating around the internet. It's floating all over Facebook right now, to the point they had to have an actual Facebook fact checker take care of it
and say that it was the Pelican from Halo.
Yeah, exactly.
Nice.
I was like, you have got to be freaking kidding me, right? So,
all right.
Anyway, it was fun, ladies and gentlemen.
It was fun.
I'm still working on trying to figure out a ticker for the bottom, so that way we could have the sports things go across and everything. Be like
that sounds a lot more complicated than you may think.
It is. It's a freaking nightmare. I got to figure it out, and I don't know how to do it yet.
Because you're like, hey, I'll just do that. And I'm like, oh, I don't know, Randy. That sounds kind of complicated.
Especially if you want live feed into the ticker.
Yeah,
that's what I'm trying to do.
Feed? You're going to live feed sports scores? Okay. If you could do it, I'd be impressed.
I make no guarantee. Ain't no candy I'll figure it out. All right, guys. Y'all have fun. We will see y'all next week.
Peace.
Take me out to see that game with all the balls, or to the wrestling ring best out of Three Falls. Donnie and Randy talking wrestling and sports. We're talking the ball pit. It's the best, of course, 'cause it's the ball pit, the ball pit. podcasts, they're all shit. Rob watches the Lions every Sunday night. Who even know which team Paul supposedly likes? Tex likes the Cowboys, it's his only shortfall. Jason McLean, just a fan of sports ball. Cause it's the ball pit, the ball pit. Donnie and Randy, they freaking called it. Cause it's the ball pit, the ball pit. There's no better podcast, they're all shit. With Randy Gilbert as our YouTube sports guy. Donnie Cho knows shit about sports, but he'll try. Donnie only knows wrestling and MMA. Together these two for the youth.